Someone dropped this comment on my last video, like you can survive in Nigeria with 500 Canadian dollar. That is about 550, thousand naira. To me, I think it's not wrong. Like that person is not wrong. You can definitely survive in Nigeria. Even most people don't even earn up to that. So even half of that, in Nigeria, and they are surviving. The thing is that this question do pop up from Nigeria in the diaspora, especially like Nigerians that have not been home for like 5 years, 6 years. They always say this question, like, you can definitely survive in Nigeria with $500, with even $200, you can survive. Yeah, it is true. I'll say, yeah, they are not wrong. But for me, I'll tell you that there is no way you can thrive. You will survive in Nigeria with 200, with $500, but there's absolutely no way you will be able to thrive in Nigeria with 500K surviving. But the thing is that most people don't realize that there's difference between surviving and thriving. You can definitely, so even people here in Canada, like I'm in Canada, and some people don't even earn up to 500. They are living like all these government subsidies and incentive and everything. They only live on that monthly. So now, and they are surviving. You definitely survive. Like we are human beings, so now we are born to survive. But there's no way you will thrive in Nigeria with $500. Like that is about 550,000 naira. So now, if I'm wrong, please, drop it as a comment below. Counter me in the see. This is an open mic, like open mic question. Like if I'm wrong, that there is no way you can thrive in Nigeria in 2025 earning 550,000 naira. If I'm wrong, you see, counter me. My name is Taiwan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing this guy on your screen, don't forget to click on the like and the subscribe button. So now I work in the trade industry here in this beautiful country called Canada in Alberta here. So most of my content is all about life in the trade industry, life as a technician here in Canada and all that. So if you love my content, you love my video. So we are family here. So now click on the like and the subscribe button. And if you have any comment or you have anything to drop it as a comment below, and you can follow me on Instagram. So now I'm not a social media person. My Instagram is not that engaging, but if you have any question, drop it for me on my Instagram page. I will read it, and because I read all my comment and messages, I'll definitely read your comment and I'll reply to your question or comment now, because I'm always home once in a year and I know the cost of living. I have family I'm still sending money to back home. I have businesses that I'm still converting naira dollar. I know the cost of cement. I know the cost of what's it called, food. I know how much they are selling petrol right now. I know the cost of gari, the price of gari. I know the price of rice. The current price is I'm in Canada right now, but if they ask me now, how much are they selling bag of rice? So I know the current price. I have those markets, those people's number, the market woman, and all those cement sellers numbers and everything. So I really understand what is going on, and I can tell you that most people don't earn up to 550K monthly. They are surviving, but there is absolutely no way you will thrive with 500 Canadian dollar, 500,000 naira monthly in Nigeria. Most of these questions do come up from our people in diaspora, like Nigerians in diaspora here in Canada, US, everywhere outside Nigeria. You're just like, oh, Nigeria is good. Nigeria is Nigeria is still cheap. At least you can get cheap labor. You'll be able to, you can survive with $100. You can survive with $150. So it's okay and everything. But see, most of our people saying this word, if you ask them, they have not been in Nigeria now for like 5, 10 years. Most of them, like maybe like 10 years ago, that is when they step in Lagos or in Abuja in Nigeria. But so they still have that mindset like gala is still 50 naira. Like they can still buy a bottle of Coke, the bottle one for maybe like 60 naira and the plastic one for 100 naira. They don't really know what is going on. Like, you know, another factor to consider is location. The cost of living in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt is different from the cost of living in Abeokuta, Ibadan, or maybe Abakaliki, some other eastern part of Nigeria. So location really determine all these things. Now, for example, now I spend all my life in Abeokuta, and I will say like with 500K, yeah, if you are single, I mean, you're a big boy in Abeokuta now. So if you're earning 500K, but as soon as you start giving birth, you're married, you have 1, 2 kids, you will know that this money is not, what it is. And also, how you spend. So now your spending patterns also determine, if you are the spender and everything. But still, to me, I'll say, I'm going to say it again. There is absolutely no way you will thrive in Nigeria with 500,000 naira. Maybe if you are living in or some states in the north where things are cheap, where rents are cheap, where you don't have to buy petrol, transportation is cheap, where you don't need to pay for what's it called, food. So now where you don't need to pay for some of these basic amenities and all that. Yeah, maybe you will be able to survive, thrive with that money. Have a lot of savings and all that. But in Lagos, in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, you know, there is absolutely no way you will try. You will be living from paycheck to paycheck, and you'll be telling people that I'm earning 500K monthly. I'm earning 500K monthly, but still, I don't even know how this money disappears. You start living like, what? How am I spending this? That is how to tell you, Nigerian economy right now. Like you'll be earning that money, and you will not even know how you are spending the money. Like after paying this, that, like you will enter Nigeria with 20 million naira, and after doing 1 or 2 things, gone. So now, like, that is how it is. That is how the Nigerian economy right now it is. Another thing people don't realize is how expensive cars are right now in Nigeria. Like, I could remember my first car was 2013 RX, and I bought that car about 5 million then. It was a few years back, about 5, 6, 7 years back. And I sold that car about 9 million. So that car right now, if I want to buy that same car, that same 2013 RS now, I'll be spending more than 20 million. So which a car that I bought about 5 million, I sold it about 9 million. So now maybe after a year, and right now in 2025, that car, that same car, if you check on Gigi, I'll be spending, even Nigerian use, the Nigerian use, I will have about 20 million. That is about 3 times, more, even 4 times the amount it was been. So like 5 times. What am I even saying? Like if I want to buy the Tokumbo, so now in Nigeria right now, like I'm not even shipping from Canada now. So I'm not sending it from Canada here. Like I want to buy back home, you know, I will have at least more than 20 million to buy that same car. So now that is to tell you like things are very, very expensive. So I'm asking you guys again, like I'm not perfect. I don't know, maybe it's how I spend. Like maybe it's my own ways of life, spending habit and everything. Can you try in Nigeria earning 550,000 naira monthly? Is it possible to thrive in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, all these 3 states, if you are earning 550,000 naira monthly, if it's possible, yeah, drop it as a comment below. If it is not, if you can't, like, and I'm not talking about surviving, like, surviving is different from thriving. If you can't thrive, if it's not possible, drop it also as a comment below, and I'll reply to your comment. I read all my comments. So once you subscribe to me, once you like my video, you are a family, and as a family, hey, you're welcome to my world. If you have any question or you have anything, drop it as a comment below. I'll read it, I'll reply to your question or comments, and I'll see you on the next one. So take care. Bye bye.